So, back to Sanes.
Was about to tell
He's
me
about to tell you a story. It's like, this land uses it, so it's like, take a walk outside. Just, this is something that everybody else needs to hear. So you're outside in, like, blizzard weather, having a talk. Like, this land used to not be this inhospitable. I mean, it was more peaceful than this. Something is causing the land to sicken, becoming more and more hostile to everything else. It's like, it doesn't seem like anywhere is being spared. I mean, even here, just look at the things you've encountered. I mean, so it's like, those giants were not always hostile. I mean, sometimes they were generous with us. Now they are completely hostile.
Well, they might have been in control of something.
It's like, yes, Pontus the darkness. That's a bit of the problem we are having.
We were having the same problem lately.
Yes, it's like, I think that, so he kind of chuckles. It's like, I think the whole world's having the same problem right now.
Yeah. We found some orcs having the same problems.
Yeah. It's like, I don't need to hear the details. Just, we'll probably find out soon enough. So I take it you've heard the same lines, we can't stay here, we must move somewhere else.
Yes, a lot.
Yeah, I'm back.
Lately.
Okay, it's like, did you ever think of the ramifications of moving everyone to one location?
That's what we have been doing for now.
Yeah. I wasn't asking what we were doing, I'm saying, have you thought about it deeper?
One that would give the undead free reign. That's a little stupid.
It's like, yes, if we all gather in one spot, the undead will have reign over everything. And all they must do is wipe out the last stronghold. It's like, so I regret to say that I can't come with you. We can't willingly go with you because we can't allow this land to fall into dark hands. And we might die in the process, but at least we'll die free.
I can perfectly understand.
So I must ask you, why are you here? Why come out here into this land knowing that we wouldn't come back?
I wasn't expecting to find any remaining blue dragons here.
So he like turns around and looks at you. It's like, so Pei didn't tell you that. You came out here on your own whim, chasing rumors.
I'm sort of looking, get to know the history of the blue dragons. I was never taught.
It's like, there is no history. The blue dragons never had a history. D100, can you tell if he's actually lying or if he's like, No.
Nope.
So, from your perspective, you feel like he's telling the truth, that you have no history. It's like, at least not a history worth remembering. I think Pei warned you about the dangers of looking into the past.
Yes, I know.
Okay. So I'm telling you now that your curiosity is dangerous and unbefitting of a blue dragon.
Well,
It's like, and then he turns around. It's like, well, he was turned around. He turned back, and then he turned back to you. It's like, well, what?
there is something about my past you probably didn't know. Or don't know
It's
yet.
like, what? You mean the part that you're a hybrid? The part where dark rituals were performed and there's markings on your mind? I can smell all that. I think any dragon with senses can smell all that. It's like, your past is written into your being.
Oh. I'm trying to become a pure blood blue dragon, not a hybrid anymore.
And he's shaking his head. It's like, you're lying.
I don't
It's like,
want
no,
to die.
you seek whatever advantage you can, even if it's not the morally right choice. I take it you've been talking to Pei about becoming a hybrid as well.
No, I haven't.
It's
Depends on
like
what you mean with the
he can
hybrid.
tell that it's like you've at least talked to her about it, so you were considering it at some time.
Yes, but then Groove put a sigil on my chest. If I don't become a pureblood blue dragon, I'll
it's
die.
like that is the. It's like you misunderstand. That marking is to get rid of the black dragon part of you. That has nothing to do with hybridization.
Oh, you were talking that way.
It's like
dragon and Drake form.
Yeah. So it's like first you must accept that. What is it? And so he's asking. It's like, what is it you truly wish to be?
I haven't really thought about that yet.
Well, now is a good time to start. It's like, and I have the feeling that's where everyone wanted you to start thinking. Less focus on the past, more. But it's like, what is he? It's like, but your thoughts are clouded. You're looking for some guiding force. You don't want to decide yourself. You want something else to tell you the right path.
In a way, yes.
And it's like, well, you need to start learning your own self what the right path is. Otherwise, you're simply just another pawn. Just not a pawn to darkness.
Well,
No, and he just turns around and just walks back inside. Oh, you're left in the snowdrift, wondering.
I'm just thinking about the fact that, like...
Just thinking about deeper thoughts.
It would be... more... I probably would get more powers over manipulation of the water, but... that's not the thing that I want.
Okay. So you're thinking of
That's
going
what it's
against the whole blue dragon thing.
No.
Alright.
Against becoming a real dragon and just staying a Drake.
Well, I mean, you can get manipulated. You'll get better manipulation if you become a full dragon, but still, it's like, that's another choice. You have to first choose which one are you, a blue dragon or a black dragon.
Oh. Blue dragon.
Yeah. So, but first off, we gotta go to Dogma's side of the world. Whoop.
Again.
Oh, Dogma! So, they see us. What is there? And they're going immediately for the attack.
Of course.
Oh. And we're ready for them, so we can get as soon as they arrive, we can get the attack off on them.
From here, can I see if they are corrupted?
Do 100. But from this range, no.
No, you're blind.
Yeah, for some, they don't seem corrupted. They just seem like hostile life forms. To you, anyway.
They fired dirt into my eyes.
Yeah, but they're like, but the way they're moving says they're very if they are not corrupted, they are very intelligent. Because they're moving as a group. Okay, are they trying to make hostile gestures? No, actually.
Dogma, do you want to talk or shall I?
So what is their... They're like cocking their heads and they're not really trying. Like they ran towards you in a hostile manner, but when they got to there, they're like just looking at you. Like they don't quite... Like they're on all fours, some of them are standing upright, but like they're just... they seem more curious than anything.
Greetings.
So, that does a weird whooping cry out of them when they...
Oh.
Like, they said, I don't know if they're greeting you or anything, it's just a weird cry came out.
Do we see something happen? Like a change in behavior, or...
Change of behavior? No. Just, They're like I said, they're kind of like going around you guys curiously. They don't quite know what you are, or at least that's what your impression is.
What exactly are you doing to those swamp turtles?
So and they're pointing at them, and you're seeing that the swamp turtles are trying to break free. Because let's see, D100. Okay, so you can't see what's actually happening. You just know Danny does because he's closer. So you see that the swamp turtles have been tied down. Like they're not in a hostile way. They're just trying to keep them from moving.
So you finally captured them.
So and they're like they do a screech, but you kind of get it's a screech of no. They're doing it as a group, like they're communicating as a group, not as individuals.
Then what are you doing with them?
Okay. And then they just walk away. Like as soon as they realize that you guys can't communicate, they just, or at least they're not like getting the same communication. They kind of just go back to what they were doing.
Huh. Well, does Squirtle react to what they're doing with them?
Okay. So no, Squirtle doesn't know what just happened. So Annabelle, you're really going to take the risk to go all that way.
Yep.
Okay. Will they allow you to? Yes. So they're like you'll brush past them and they won't even notice.
I check it for corruption.
Okay. So and it like as soon as you approach it, immediately the turtle tries to stab at you, but since it's tied down, it can't.
Okay, so I can assume from that it's bad.
And the rest of these guys, like as soon as they see the claws come out, like they back up.
I'm gonna just try and like.
So you check for corruption. You don't see any signs of corruption, but this thing is clearly hostile.
Okay, can I communicate with it?
D100. Do you really want to try that? Alright, so you're going to try mental communication. Let's see, it is... So you got into their mind and let's see, D100, what do you see?
C3.
Okay, so roll a D2. Or no, roll a D3, sorry. Wrong dice. D2, so it is a hostile environment. So you feel that, yes, this is definitely corrupted by darkness. There's darkness. It's trying to definitely break into your mind as well.
Okay, I immediately retreat from that.
Okay. You retreat from it?
Like, I back off slightly.
Oh, you back off, yeah.
Hmm.
So it's still trying to break free.
Okay, I try and purge its corruption, I guess.
Okay. So now that you know his mind is corrupted, you go for a purge. Do a D100, see if it's successful.
I just did, it was a 94.
No, like do another one to see if it's like... This is also for side effects. Okay, no side effects, so... So it lets out kind of a long groan. Then you definitely feel that it's getting brighter. Like it's not... There's no darkness within it.
I try to communicate with it again.
So, that you can't really, because you just exhausted yourself from all that. But these guys are now moving forward, and let's see, is it trying? This time it's not trying to lash out at them. So they start to climb on top of it, and like they're literally all over its back. And this time it's doing what Squirtle did the first time. It's looking at them curiously, wondering what they're doing.
Confusing, crazy.
So, and then they start untying it, like, and it just rears to its full height.
Hey guys, I think we found some allies.
So, and then they're looking at you, and then they're starting to pull you towards the next one, like pointing at stuff.
Oh, okay. I follow them, I guess.
So you're getting pulled to like right there, and they're like pointing at it, and they're wondering if you can, like they have that question look of, can you do that again?
Let's see if I can do that again.
Okay. Consequence? Any sort of backlash? No. So just roll 2 more to see if you can. Actually, no, just roll 1. Oh, okay, never mind.
There you go.
So you just immediately purge all their corruption, and then they're kind of in a state of celebration almost. You can't really tell. I mean, it just looks like they're posturing, but it's like you can tell because they're getting on top of these things, and these things are now like not hostile, not trying to stab them. They're already untied, so they can move again. So now what? I mean,
we have to figure out a way to communicate with these aqua people.
do you have time to? Yes. So.
Do they communicate telepathically? Like, I'll try and
100. 100. See if we can actually. So we're just gonna wander up and just. I'm not gonna bother. Okay, so no, your mind can't intrude on theirs. So does Squirtle have an opinion? Yes. So you hear in your mind is like these creatures, allies, group mentality. Your mind cannot cope. Many numbers.
Ah.
So what is the save brethren, but not all. More to north.
Then to the north we go.
Okay, so are they gonna? They're just gonna go back to being in the swamp, like they just kind of trundle on.
Okay.
So it's like it looks like they're like kind of dancing as they're going. Like these creatures are spinning and stuff as they're trundling by. You don't quite know where they're gonna end up. I mean, are you curious about that at all?
A little.
Okay, so what's Squirtle? It's like they will remain in swamp. No other home but here.
Okay. Well, at least we know someone hasn't been corrupted.
Okay, so. And so I guess we move on. So 7, your opinion, were you in earshot or eye range of any of that?
Oh, I was far away.
You were still devouring bodies, never mind.
Well, researching them, actually.
Okay, so let's start rolling.
Oh, man.
So you're just researching the goblins.
Yep.
So, so they're curious. It's like, what did you find, Master?
New disease, perhaps?
Okay, D100. Anything, new plagues, new diseases?
Oh,
nope,
fuck.
nothing out of the ordinary.
Son of a bitch.
But you did just research the goblins, so you do have that research page now. So that is under... if you've noticed, I've reworked how this looks. I have reworked some of this stuff to these categories. So those are these. Hold on, I'll add them. So... Okay, there you go.
Oh, alright.
Okay, so besides that and looking for new disease, not everything is going to be diseased.
I know, I was just hoping for something.
Yeah, stop hoping. Nah, you just keep hoping. Maybe you might find something.
Hope is what drives me.
Okay, anyway, so besides that, oh yeah, so the body's gone because you already researched it. Okay, so you have...
Would it be a long shot to try to run to them all the way up there?
You D100. See if you can... Will you catch up to us? Easily, because you're moving through the trees. You're moving through unhindered trees. Nothing up in the trees is going to touch you because you're horribly diseased. Are you talking, or are you just silent as you're going through the trees?
We're just swinging about all the way there.
And so, like, one of your companions like, this is boring. When are we going to get to killing things? Why do we got to do all this sneaking anyway?
Because I really don't feel like making a bunch of noise and having the entire swamp on my ass.
It's like, but where's the fun in that?
The fun will come.
Okay. It's like, I'll hold you to that. So you catch up and you see the bunch of swamp stuff now trundling by. The one that we just cured of corruption.
Oh. That looks appetizing, but oh fuck that, never mind.
Yeah, where it's like, were you paying attention to how many of them there were? It's a large group.
I just saw this little group over here. I was like, oh, I can deal with that.
Yeah, and then you saw the other swamp turtles
No.
and swamp
Screw
creatures.
that shit. Let's see. Can they look for any caches in the swamp?
Any what?
Like treasure or caches or something like that.
Let's see if you can actually smell anything that's not, So, do a D3. See which one of them remembers. So it's the silent one, or it's the guard, which each one is going to have their own personality. I'll just have to rework it later. So the guard one's kind of, it's like, wait, I remember this place. I also remember, and then she just starts swinging towards this way.
Oh. Alrighty then. Let's go along with her.
Okay, so, and she's leading you to, like, away from where you guys are going and towards something else. So, let's see, do a D4. Are you going to be, like, at the edge of the swamp? No, you'd say it's pretty close. It's actually almost near your area.
Oh shit. That's sort of convenient.
So she opens up this whole area right here, and you guys are guided all the way to here. Do a D100 and let's see if whatever she's looking for is still there. It is.
Whew.
It's like,
Damn.
I remember something out here. I just don't. And she's like, she's pondering.
So, where's it at?
And then it's like she's scouting. She's looking. It's like, I don't quite remember where this is, but I remember. So she's like, she's having weird memories.
Hopefully it's something good.
So it's like, so she's like, I remember previous life or something? I'm not sure.
Oh. Just try to focus on the task at hand of finding this thing.
Okay. That's what she's doing. She's like looking around. Are you gonna
Hopefully she's
tell
not
them
trying
to,
memorize her past life.
yeah, are you gonna tell them, to start searching, or?
Yeah, have them look around.
So, and then she like spots it. It's like, she just the whole ground looks exactly the same. Nothing looks any different. It's a big swamp-like area. Nothing really looks like it's any different from anything else. I mean, it's just trees and random landscape and just all this other crazy stuff in there. And then she just immediately just, I guess, leaps to this area.
Oh.
And she starts like kind of moving her hands through the swamp. Let's see.
I guess now we have
Then
to
it's
dig.
audible, like you hear a loud clang.
Oh, that sounds good.
It's like, wait a second. So she reaches down and she like taps a couple areas. Then she starts moving this way. Just tapping a whole bunch of areas. And then she finally finds what she's looking for. And she pulls down and then it looks like she opened a hatch. Like a piece of metal just goes up and it looks like a hatch. And water starts flooding into whatever compartment's down there. It's like,
oh crap.
so it's like, I remember now. And so she's already descending into there.
But what's in there? What the hell?
Okay. And
Don't
it's
just
like,
hop in
and she's got like a wicked smile on her face. It's like, you're just gonna have to come in and see. I think you'll like what you find.
Love Shack, baby. Love Shack.
Okay, whatever. Okay, so you descend into what looks like hallways of brushed steel. Like it looks like this place is pretty intact for being underneath the muck and the mire.
Huh.
So
Odd that it's.
and it's like, and do me a favor, can you shut the door when can you shut the door so that all the water doesn't flow all of the water from this entire swamp doesn't flood into here?
Yeah, sure.
So
why
you
not?
guys shut it. One of one of your companions is immediately just the one with the blade arm. She's just drawing doodles on the wall. She's got nothing, and she's looking and she's like, "What? I got nothing better to do."
Fine. Just don't bring this place down.
Okay.
I mean, damn.
And it's like that is highly tempting, but I don't think I will. So she's just gonna stay there and doodle. The other one's gonna watch, and I guess you're gonna follow the calm one to wherever she's going.
Yeah. Hopefully, I don't fuck it up and kill us all.
So do a D100. So you don't recognize any of the internal construction. You have no idea what this thing is or what it does.
It's a pipe bomb.
So,
oh god.
So she's walking into an area, and it looks like she's walking onto something that looks like a bridge.
Oh shit.
So, and then she walks immediately to the front console. It's like, I was a mechanic before I ended up part of your thrallship.
Yeah. Well, that's sort of convenient.
So it's like, I thank you that you didn't take all of my memories.
Oh, think nothing of it.
And then she like her arm morphs into like more hand-like, and it's like, and in a way, I kind of thank you. This makes it easier to do things. So she just starts pulling on levers, and you just hear kind of a spluttering, and then you hear a roar of machinery.
Oh, what the hell does this thing do?
Yeah, and then you burst from. In short, you burst from the swamp, and this is what bursts from the swamp. So,
well, holy shit!
It's like I had to hide this here. So it's like it's basically a steam tank.
Huh. Damn.
So she claims it's like I had to hide this here in the swamp. I mean, who looks in a swamp for something like this?
Good thinking, actually.
And she's like tapping it. It's like, I'm surprised this thing is even still intact. Though I don't think it's very subtle. So do you guys want to try? The rest of the group gets to D100. Do you guys hear that massive noise that this thing makes? Yeah, it's kind of hard to miss.
Shit.
Dogma, you do. And where at? I don't. So yeah, you guys hear the massive noise, and you can choose to investigate it or not.
What do you think that was?
So it's like. So I'm just looking at. So she's just looking at you. It's like, sorry if I think we blew our cover. I didn't think this thing would make that much noise.
Fuck. Now we got to deal with this shit.
and she's just smiling at you. It's like, no, we don't.
Oh.
It's like, because just watch this, and then she just she pulls a lever, and the thing starts to go back under the swamp.
Huh. That's convenient.
It's like, I had this thing waterproofed. It was supposed to be for heavy-duty exploration and a few other things to combat hostile situations.
Oh, I'm sure a few.
Okay.
Right.
So it's being buried back under the swamp. Let's see. That is complete submersion, so it is undetectable.
At least no one else could steal it.
And she's like, she comments, like you say that, and it's like she comments on it, saying, nobody else could steal it. Nobody else could get that hatch open. That's as far as I can tell.
Well, let's hope not.
Okay, so back to us. Let's see, did we go back? Oh, we gotta go back to Sands, because we did our battle and back to Sands. Okay, bottom of the floor. You're left in the tundra wondering about things, or you're back inside.
I walk in and I say, I tell him, like, I want to be blue dragon.
Okay.
I don't like black dragons.
So, and he perks up, and like he immediately turns around and approaches you. It's like, then I advise that you prepare yourself. It's like, because whatever pain, because you see both his hands are glowing, it's like, because of whatever pain you've experienced before will pale in comparison to what you're about to go through now.
Well,
Okay. It's like, well, the good news is that they did preparatory work. I see that they've already given you the sigil on your chest. Now I just need to activate it.
let the pain come.
So yeah, he no preamble, just touches your chest. D100. Can you handle it? No.
No.
So this is unbearable. Like you pretty much black out almost immediately.
Do I black out though?
Okay, D100. Do you like fully? No, yeah, you black out. So your chest is. So you're pretty much your chest is smoking. And how long is your blackout? Do a D6. You're blacked out for a good 3 minutes or so before you wake up and you realize you blacked out.
Oh shit.
So and he's like pushing everyone back. And it's like now you must deal with the darkness within your soul. I hope you're ready for this. So D100, do you actually understand what he's talking about, or are you in a daze still? You understand a little bit because you start feeling something like kind of ripping out of you from your chest. Then just this massive wave of darkness just shoots out of your chest. But it's not random, it's moving in a direction.
Oh no.
Then you see this.
Oh fuck.
And
why?
And so it's basically you, but it's like shaking its head. It's like, you could have been so many things, but you chose to be this.
Well, I don't like black dragons.
Okay. It's like, I would say that I'm upset that I have to kill you, but I'm really not. So, D100, are you able to stop him before he makes his first swing? So yes, so he swings a sword and you immediately stop the sword arm.
Well,
So, and he's like, he's smirking, he's got a wide grin that you've never had. It's like, I would expect nothing less of myself. So, he's gonna try, like, he tries to dish a counter blow, but I mean, you're yourselves. It's kind of hard to it's hard to try and fight yourself when you know all your own moves. So you're both just standing at each other. So he's like circling up. It's like, so what are we gonna do? We're gonna fight each other for all of eternity, wondering which side's going to win. So are you just standing up, or what are you doing?
Definitely standing up.
Okay, so you're standing up, and are you moving or with him, or like to orient yourself so he's in your line of sight, or are you not bothering? Okay, so you're constantly, like, he's circling around you, and he's constantly orienting yourself so that you're facing him. It's like, we had so much in common, but now you would simply wish to get rid of that power. Why? Why choose this? Why choose to shackle yourself to the past of being one dragon only? It's like, you could have so much power if you just let me back in. Just think about it.
I never volunteered for it. Okay. No.
It's like very true, very true. It may have been forced on you. So what did you try to do?
At that point, when I said, like, I never volunteered for it, I just swing my sword at him.
Okay. So he couldn't stop it this time. Does he take, he doesn't take fatal damage, doesn't take crippling damage, so you kind of take a chunk out of his armor. And he's got a wide grin. It's like, very, very sneaky of you, getting me while I was trying to talk, I see. I see that this, you still have some black dragon within you, though you may not realize it. At least in ethics you have. It's the one thing they can't control.
been taught to be Black Dragon from the beginning, so...
Okay.
And it's difficult not to use those tactics.
Okay. Ah, but that's who you are. That's what you do. The stealth, the swords, the bow, everything about you is more black than blue. You may get rid of your Black Dragon side, but you will never get rid of the lessons they taught, the morals you learned. There's just certain things that even they can undo.
What morals? Black Dragons don't have morals. They slaughter even
Ah, but that's where you're wrong. They have they may be different morals, but they have morals. Let's see. So he's like, he's not trying to do any hostile moves. He's just talking you down, I guess. Well, let's see. You want to pull your own weight. You don't like getting help from others. You like to work alone. You prefer not to engage in combat if you don't have to. All of these are Black Dragon morals. It's like, you must face it. Even without me, the Black Dragon is still within you. Maybe not in body, but in spirit.
Well, at least I won't be corrupted anymore.
Okay. It's like, and he laughs. It's like, ha! You were never corrupted.
Yes, I was.
It's like, oh, you're so sure of yourself, aren't you? Just because you've seen a memory here and there. It's like memories that I gave you, might I add.
And what is the real
It's like,
history?
do you really want to know who you really are? I don't think you'll like it. I kept it hidden from you for a reason.
Sure you did.
It's like, well, and then he do a D100. Can you defend yourself? So yeah, like he goes for a lunge. Then with his swords, you push the swords aside, but he's like pulling you into like face contact. And it's like, then let me show you what I mean. So he's pulling you, basically he's pulling you through memories. Like he's holding on to you. Are you trying to resist him from pulling you through your own mind?
Well, let's try.
So you can resist if you want. Are you going to though?
Well, for now I'm just gonna let him do what he wants.
So you're just waiting for the opportunity to strike.
Yes.
Okay, so patience. And so he's taking you back through your memories. It's like he's taking you through the memory where you get stabbed by the egg. It's like, did you really think any of this actually happened? No. It's more poetic, really. I think you probably should have noticed that it was overly poetic. And so he's taking you to what actually happened, which is you are the byproduct of a blue dragon and a black dragon. You were born. You weren't created. It's like, yes, you were born between an unholy coupling. At least that's what they say. Between the love of a blue and a black dragon, both of which are dead, might I add. You see, the blue and the black dragonflights didn't like to intermingle. I mean, this would offer peace, prosperity, but they didn't want their whole hybrids. They didn't want to spread different dragonflights among different dragonflights. So they killed them. Combination of blue and black dragons went and killed your parents. Does that shock you? The people you're trying to be, both of them, either of them, the same people that betrayed you? I'll take your silence as a yes. So let us proceed. So he's taking you through that. It's like, oh, but this part did happen. You know, you did have a surrogate father. Someone who came in. You were a boy, really. Just a young dragon, no parents, on his own, stealing and killing to survive. And then you met him. It's like, and you can almost say that I was modeled after him. A part of me and him in you. It's like, yes, and yes, they did. The Black Dragons did hunt and kill him. I mean, that's a given. At least that memory wasn't a lie. It's like, but don't you see? You were never a high. You were never unnatural. You were born this way. You were born an outcast, a freak to the dragon community. And look what they're trying to do now. They're trying to purge you of half of yourself, half of your history. Are you simply going to allow that to happen? Let half of your heritage simply get driven out of you without fighting back?
I don't know the parents you are talking about, so
It's like, of course you don't. I just told you, after all.
the only thing I know, what everyone has been telling me, and what I have seen from the memories you
And
gave
he gets mad at that. It's like, that's your problem. You always expect people to tell you how it is, to tell you what you are. That's what makes you a pawn. You never think for yourself and tell yourself, this is what I am. No, I've tasted your thoughts. Half of them is given to you. You never really try too hard to find yourself. You wait for just the answer to come to you. Well, what happens when the answers stop coming? What happens when you're left to think? Will you be lost? So,
I wouldn't be lost.
okay. It's like, well then. So you say you won't be lost, so it's like, so he like closes his eyes and it's like, then I guess I am no longer needed here. Just know that your memory is on it, so it's like, you just know that you will have full recollection of everything now. But you will be the one to have to look within yourself and say, is it the truth? So it's my time is limited. The sigil is doing its magic, and soon I will no longer exist. Just know the only solace I have is that you will remember. So it's like, I won't ask you to make a promise because I wouldn't expect you to keep it anyway. So he's starting to disintegrate. You see that, his whole bottom half is starting to just deteriorate. So it's and let me. So he's slowly. You see that his body's starting to disintegrate, and it's like, but let me let you in on a little secret. And then he's pointing it also. It's like, don't let her go. Make her something more. It's the one thing you have that you feel is worth it, something. Don't betray both of us in your need for absolution. And so he just turns to pretty much dust.
That went over rather smoothly.
Yes. So, and the blue dragon is just, he walks up, and it's like, so, the legends were true. You are the... So it's, I won't use the offensive term because it's very derogatory. Let's just say you are the hybrid. You are the one that my clan was sent to kill. It's like, ha, I see the shoes on the other foot now. Now you are the one who has thrived, and our culture is the one who has died. So what? I guess you were the one who was right in the end.
Can you teach me the ways of the blue dragon now? Because
it's like, well, from the sound of it, you already know. It was already a part of you. You just needed to look deep within yourself. So, in short, it's like, we cannot help you. It's like, again, you must have learned by now that the mastery of your own magic is personal. It's not something that can be taught. Or if it was taught by parents, which your parents were killed at an early age.
Oh well.
Okay, so.
I'll just have to roll with it then.
Okay, so it was, it's like, if you really wish to master your own magic, you must spend more time in this area. Maybe you'll pick up some of our habits, maybe not. But you must learn, we must not teach you, you must learn on your own. It's like, because again, you are not a pure-blooded, even though you have purged your other side, you are not a pure blue dragon. You are still a hybrid. And so we're not even sure if our magic will even attest to you. You can try and display what magic you can use.
The only thing I know...
Yeah, the Frostblade. That's something. So let's do 100. So you're just looking at your hands and you just create the Frostblades. And then he's like... Is he taken aback? Yeah, he is. So he's taken aback by that. It's like, so, you do know some magic. Some of the blue dragon magic, anyway.
I don't know why the head exploded, but I guess it had something to do with that. Because
it's
I was thinking I wanted him dead.
So it's like, because you willed it to. And because you... It's like, I was like, well, in that regard, we can teach you about that. So, it's like, but not right now. For now, we must get this whole magic. For now, I think your friend needs our help. So, also, still freezing. Even though you're in an igloo. You mean, even though she's got warmth and stuff. Okay, she's not diseased, so that's good. So she's just really cold.
At that point, I just...
So, two of the dragons are going out for hunting, whatever's hunting in this land is. Okay, so, and that's the end of that. Now we'll go back to Dogma. Our time is limited.
Well,
very, very limited. So we're gonna wrap up.
You limited it.
I limited it. Yes, I did. Okay, so now we'll just pick up tomorrow. Because Danny's already out of it, I can tell.
I'm really tired.
Okay, so this is the last of it. So, Annabelle, you're still the party leader. Are we just gonna keep moving north?
We just heard this giant sound.
Oh, you're gonna go investigate the giant sound?
No.
Is that a yeah or no, Annabelle?
So why not?
Okay, well, off you go. So you're like, I didn't hear the sound, so I don't know what you guys are talking about. What about, and everybody else but Whereat heard it. So Whereat's like, what sound?
Didn't you hear the giant roaring something?
I hear no sound. So you're gonna go, are you gonna go that way? Okay, so you're on the move, and I guess I'll just follow suit. I mean, I got nothing better to do. So remember, they're undetectable, so we're gonna go there, but we're not gonna find anything. So are you gonna like search or something?
I guess.
Okay, so let's do 100. So no, you can't pick up anything. Because, I mean, there's a lot of life force around, so you can't detect via life magic. It's underwater, so you can't really see it. So, Whereat's like, you crazy. We have other things to do. Why chase random noises?
Dogma, do you have any ideas?
Yep. He just shouldn't even know, like, Dogma heard it, but he doesn't know what it is, so... Are you even awake? Or are you running out of gas?
What?
That's like, Dogma, do you have any advice for the... Because I guess we're trying to find Zero, or something like that. Or we're trying to figure out what the noise is. So, are you going to search with us, or are you just going to chill?
Yeah, I'll search with you.
Okay, let's do 100.
Come play hide and seek with me.
So Danny can't find anything. Dayusa can sense water, so she can sense disturbance through water.
Shit.
Yeah, so is she gonna get? Yeah, she immediately just starts walking towards it, and it's like, there's something under here. So she's like reaching through the water and she's tapping. And it's like, that's definitely not.
They hear the taps.
Okay, yeah, you guys hear the taps. And like your compatriots like, oh, looks like they found us. They better hold on to something.
Oh shit.
So immediately she kicks it into high gear and it just it starts moving, like while under the water. Is it noticeable? Not so much. I mean, like you can kind of tell something's moving under the water, but again, it's starting to move the other way. So do you guys pursue it, or? So Deusa's like, huh, it's gone.
I'm just really confused.
Okay. And it's like, and she just points, it's like, well, whatever it is, it's likely heading that way. So she's pointing like the way you came.
We aren't going that way.
Okay.
But
It's like, meh, and then she just shrugs and gets back on where at.
It's a game of cat and mouse.
Apparently.
yeah, and then we just continue north, I guess.
Yep. Because, I mean, like, again, it's like, waste time. Squirtle people need us. Why we waste time?
It could have been important.
Okay. So, I guess we're going to start trundling that way. I can't see what's revealed and what's not. Okay, never mind. It's up to here. So that was our one encounter, and we're not going to encounter anything else, so I'm going to reveal just as far as we can. Because this is the last turn. So we're going to have like a minor encounter once we reach to like the edge. So the swamp starts to give way to more, like the bodies of water get larger, and you see rivers and more land formation. The water's concentrating into rivers, and then there's enough dryness in the land to actually form land.
Huh.
So you're starting to see larger bodies of water.
Makes you wonder why people were settling in the swamp and desert when this is so nearby.
It's like, when it's like, 'cause far away, 'cause dangerous. And it's just like, then he just kind of shrugs. It's like, but enemy may be here as well, or civilizations. Me no know. Supposition.
I guess we continue.